don't understand what people don't get. We all don't give a damn about Marquise not coming to see Washanda's baby or claiming Shakalaka Boom Boom's baby. We don't give a fuck.
Oh, so fabulous.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel once again. It's your girl Dumebi. If this is your first time coming across my channel, you're welcome. I do hope you decide to subscribe, and if you are a returning subscriber, you guys know that I love you. It's so good to have you here. Welcome back. First of all, a little disclaimer, please, this video is strictly for educational purposes. Please do not go searching out the people that I talk about in this video. Don't send them any form of hate comments, threats, or violence. This channel does not support any of that. So I came across this video of a black man who was out eating, and then he made a video of his interaction with a white man.
Racism is still real in Georgia. I can't believe Bob tried me like that.
What was it that you was asking me before you interrupted me with my dinner? Because I turned it all the way down for you.
I appreciate it.
Okay, but what was it that you was asking me?
Please turn it down.
Is there a reason why you would ask me to turn my phone down when there's a band playing music that I don't give a about hearing? Do you think it's appropriate for you to ask me, a 33-year-old, a black man, to turn his phone down?
That's a fact.
You should know. You shouldn't say a thing to me.
That's a fact.
My hand shouldn't be shaking while I'm eating my chicken. Now what you better do is talk to do over there and leave me the alone. You gonna ask another black man to turn his phone down no time soon again.
First of all, you can tell that he was agitated. His voice was raised. You can also tell that there was already an exchange that had gone on between them before he turned on his camera to start filming. You could see his hand shaking, like he was obviously agitated, right? And I have my opinion about the whole situation, but before I talk about it, let me just go right ahead and play the stitches that people made in response to that video.
You gonna ask another black man to
I can't run out of content on this app. I promise. I was about to go lay down. I don't know what was said, and I really don't care. Well, actually, it's not what was said, it's how it was said. Now, somebody said, hey, can you turn that phone down? I'm trying to enjoy my dinner and, talk. Or, turn that motherfucking phone down, boy. We don't know. But what I do know is, if you out to eat, enjoy your food in peace. Turn your phone off. Eat your food. Don't start bullshit. Act like you got some manners at the table. Not everybody want to hear what the fuck you got going on. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Because black people always saying, oh, they did that because I was black. No, they did that because you are fucking irritating. People don't want to hear that shit. Paid all my money for this good ass food. I don't want to hear what the fuck you got going on. You have respect for me, I have respect for you. When did we lose that as people, as all races?
That's a fact. You should know. You shouldn't say a mother.
You gotta be fucking delusional to think that a white man asking a black man at a restaurant to turn his phone down that was clearly too loud, playing over the band that was playing at the restaurant, is racist. It sounds like reaching to me, baby. And you know what? We stand with Bob, as your whole comment section did. And when the black people was defending the white man, you called the black people racist too. But I thought black people couldn't be racist. Pick a struggle, brother. Now y'all know me. Ordinarily, I would say, hey, racism, we need to stick together. We need to bang it. I'm so sick of racism. Yeah, you know me. Okay. This is not one of those times. This time, I'm sorry. The way Brother Man explained to himself, it's all on him. Now this is me. If I'm out to dinner and I'm with my friends or with a friend, or if I'm by myself, because sometimes I go out to eat by myself. If I'm by myself, I don't want to hear your conversation. Maybe that man wanted to hear the band that was playing because he gave a fuck about it. Because he's there to enjoy a nice dinner with his friend and hear the band. You want to be on the phone and you and Jawakatima is loud as fuck. No one wants to hear that.
Girl, yeah, you this motherfucker said this. Motherfucker said, girl, and that baby daddy done came over here. Girl, the fuck you up? Well, you know I got a date on Jack. No one was hear all that. Who gives a fuck? No one gives a fuck. This was not racism at all. This was pure D ignorance as hell. This was some I don't say the word. This was some urban shit. That's what it was. Urban. It was very urban. That's how it sounds. Because when he explained it, it sounds urban as hell. You don't hear a band, you don't give a fuck about. That wasn't racist. You want to ask another black man to turn his phone down. It wasn't about you being black. It was about you being ignorant as hell. Now this is me, I wasn't there. But I believe the man sat across me wouldn't give a damn if you was black or white or Asian. Who gives a damn? He did not want to hear your conversation. No one wants to hear that. People want to enjoy themselves, have a nice night out. There's nothing wrong with that. And everything's not racist. Damn. Sometimes, y'all make. And then this one makes me mad. When I have to take the side of the non-black person, because I'm always on the side that's right. This is just pure D ignorance. And anybody, just go back and watch the whole video. You'll see. Now, if anybody calls racism this, then you just dumb. You just dumb as a motherfucker.
I can't believe Bob tried me like that.
We know. Racist! Get out of here with that shit. Man, I just can't anymore. Everything is racist. Even when there's nothing racist about something that happened. You just whip out that race card and slam it on the table and make the other person into a hateful bigot. What does being black or being 33 have to do with anything? You all know when you go out to eat in a public place, most people silence their cell phones. They don't have it blaring because you're out in a social setting and there's more than just you in there, bud. I can't believe you're surprised that someone asked you to turn it down. I'm more surprised, though, that you being a 33-year-old man, that you didn't know to do that in the beginning. I mean, why do that, though, when you can just scream racism?
You to ask me, a 33-year-old.
We such victims. We just the victims of everything. Just the victims of the victims of victims.
I can't believe Bob tried me like that.
If you're gonna be a drama queen, learn how to use a fucking knife. How you trying to cut the food with the knife handle, dummy? He's so busy trying to be a drama queen and get views. He's cutting the damn food with the handle of the knife instead of turning the damn knife around, blade down. Hey, y'all know what's crazy? The people in the comment section don't agree with him at all. His followers are not having it. They're like, look, bro, like where's the racism at? And the gentleman was quite polite, even though he's being a total asshole. That man's being quite polite. The man was like, well, thank you. I appreciate you turning it down. Even though he's sitting over there making the shit, but see, that's what you call a race baiter. He's a race baiter. And go around making racial issues out of every fucking thing to get views and get likes. He's one of those people that are a nightmare for someone who has to, say something to him like, turn your shit down. Or, customer service wise. He's one of them type of dudes, man, that's your worst nightmare. If you work in customer service, that son bitch right there, man, you see him coming, that shit make you just want to quit your job and say, fuck. Oh, boy. Lord, pray for that, man.
You would ask me to turn my phone down when there's a band playing music that I don't give a fuck about hearing?
Y'all already know what time it is when you see my face on the screen. Let's get some. So somehow racism is still alive and well in Georgia. He couldn't believe that Bob tried him like. First of all, the only people that you're scaring around there is old people. And then you said, y'all, I don't go looking for problems, but in Georgia, blacks and trans people are not safe. Really? Explain how. And the audacity of Bob to ask you to turn down your phone. But even in the video, you said that the restaurant has live music going, and you sat down, and you don't give a shit about the music that they're playing at the restaurant you're sitting at. We got all that, right? We're clear on all that? So you heard at the restaurant you sat down to eat your chicken at that they already had live music going, that everybody in the restaurant was listening to that. So what you decided to do? You decided to be a rude adult and play whatever music you were playing on your phone, loud as shit, where everybody else can hear it. And that man asked you to turn down your phone because he wanted to enjoy the live music playing at that restaurant. Just because you didn't care about it didn't mean that everybody else didn't want to hear it. So instead of you doing one of two things like a normal, respectful adult, either A, getting your chicken to go, which you probably should just go, or B, putting in headphones so that you can hear your music since you don't like the stuff being played, and everybody else in the restaurant can enjoy the live music being played. Because guess what? The live music was there first. Or the third thing you could have done, and it would have been a whole lot happier for everybody, well except you. You could have went to McDonald's and got 2 McChickens for $3. But no, what did you try to do? You tried to turn it into a race thing when all that man did was ask you to turn down your phone. I swear to God, sometimes some people just want to always play the victim.
Because I turned it all the way down for you.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
It's giving drum king. It's giving you're doing too much. It's giving that chicken is tender as fuck. Next subject, because this is not racism.
Give me before you interrupt.
I am trying to build the energy to talk about this. This shit disgusts me so bad I can't even find the words. First, I gotta say, anybody who brings up how old they are, them be the most childish people you ever gonna meet. Some of you black folks ain't got no home training. Respect your elders. I don't care how old you are. Common space means common courtesy. And I really don't care, but you make life harder for the rest of us. You wonder why when actual racism comes around, why? Because it's so many of these loud motherfuckers, confrontational motherfuckers out here like this, while the other black people are just out here trying to mind their goddamn business and live their life. So all they know are people like you clicking on plates, over here looking like a child about to throw a tantrum. Come on, dog, stop embarrassing us.
Yeah, I can't believe Bob tried me like that.
Now, you should pick and choose your battles wisely because it really wasn't even all that serious for you to even make a video and get upset because he asked you to please turn your phone down. You should have had some headphones on. I'm just saying. And no, I don't think that was racist. Black people, we need to have this discussion because some of y'all just running rampant thinking that nobody should say shit to you because you black. Now, I'm not trying to disrespect you or anything like that. I'm just saying it wouldn't even worth all the fuss. Plus, he said, please. We need to learn to be kind and courteous until showed otherwise. See, that's why a lot of other black people get labeled because of shit like this.
Reason why you would ask me to turn my phone down when there's a...
Now, typically I would take a back seat in a video like this being who I am, but I'm going to let Jesus take the wheel. Buckle up. Now, if indeed this was a racially charged situation where Farmer Jack in the background asked this guy to turn his phone down and used any sort of racially charged language, yeah, he deserves to get cussed out. But if this was a, hey sir, your phone's a little loud, could you turn it down please? And just turn the phone down. It ain't that serious. Furthermore, asking him what makes you think it's okay to address me as a black man, that's kind of a racially charged statement in and of itself. So I can promise you right now, if I asked you that question saying, what makes you think it's okay to address me as a white man, I would never have a job. I wouldn't even have a platform. I wouldn't even have a place to live. I'd be up on I-94 asking for change. I mean, do unto others as you would have done unto you, brother. Have a good day.
A 33-year-old, a black man.
There's so many ways I can go into this, but I'm gonna try to stick to the focal point of this. First off, you're completely wrong for posting this video and saying that it's racism. I am from Georgia. I lived in Georgia all my life. Yes, there are some places in Georgia that are extremely discriminatory and has a racist mentality. Rand's Georgia. But the thing about it is, you have to be mindful of the fact that before you post something like this, know the difference between racism and discrimination, and neither one applies to your situation. And as a matter of fact, you come off looking more like a asshole than the other guy does. So I don't understand. Like, why would you even post this video? Are you just looking for some flamboyant way just to get attention? Because clearly, to post this video against this man and try to incite people against him is wrong. And to post, I guess that was the name of the restaurant up there. Why would you even do that? Like, you want that much attention? When we decide, when we come into a situation that is based on discrimination or race, yes, we should call it out. But we shouldn't be out here making false claims against people who have in no way created a racist or discriminatory environment. So what is the purpose of your video? What is the purpose? And then all that cursing you was doing and tapping on the plate, on your plate with your knife and fork. What was the purpose of that? It made absolutely no sense. You were more disrespectful than he was because you simply could have just turned your music down. You don't like the music playing in the restaurant, get your food to go and go eat it somewhere else. Or sit outside. Go to a different restaurant. You were the bigger jerk. And this video doesn't help you in the least. Come on, man. And then I can't eat my chicken because my hands are shaking. Maybe you should have got some grilled chicken. Maybe you should have got a salad. Try something different. Stop it.
Hey, but what was it that you was asking me?
So first and foremost, I have no idea who you are as a person. All right? I have no idea what you've been through in life. I have no idea if you've ever actually suffered racism or not. And I'm not going to assume one thing or another. I'm not going to do that because that is wrong. But what I will definitely not assume, but know and point this fact out is that you are a bully. A bully. And bullies are made. They're not born. Bullies usually come from people, again, from my professional experience. This is what I do for a living. I deal with bullies every day, and I got to remind them what's what. In a calm, professional manner, of course. I remind them that they're not special, that they're not different, that those around them have treated them in such a manner for so long that becomes their norm. We all have our own definitions of normal. And because of that, when somebody says no, when you're used to hearing yes, your head explodes. And this also goes to show me that the racist here is you.
Well, we've heard what everyone said, right? So, okay, now if I'm to add my own 2 cents, I feel like there are situations that we term or we tag to be racism that are not really racism. You know, first of all, I admit we don't really know what happened because we don't really know the tone and the way the white man told him to tone down his music, right? We don't know the tone of voice. We don't know if he was authoritative, if he was demeaning, if he was polite. You know, we really don't know how it was said. So we can't fully judge. But in my opinion, I feel like the palm-colored man in question might have done the same thing if he was a white guy. So I can't really say for sure if that man told him to turn down the music because he was black. Which is why I'm not sure it was racism. But one thing that I have to say is that as black people, we kind of have to be careful the way we throw around the word racism, segregation, discrimination, bias, so that when we get faced with real situations of racism, situations we know that undoubtedly is a situation of racism, when we speak out, we will be taken seriously. I hope no one gets offended with what I'm saying. But I feel like that. Like, you might have actually gotten into a situation with a palm-colored person that was a certain way, but we also have to ask ourselves, is it racism? Is this person telling me this because I'm a black man? Is the person trying to oppress me? Is the person trying to harm or hurt me? You know, I feel like there's some questions we need to ask ourselves in certain situations now before we conclude that it is a racist attack or racist situation, right? At the end of the day, this is a result of the history. Yeah, like palm-colored people have done so much harm to black people that it's very easy for our antennas to be up. Like, it's easy for us to easily just get threatened, even by something that ordinarily we might not be threatened by. But because we know that we've been put in such situations by these people, we are hypersensitive and hyperprotective and stuff like that. I don't know if I'm making sense. So I think this might have been one of those situations. Then another thing I'd like to say is that we as black people, in as much as we are being pro-black and we're speaking up, we're being woke, we are trying to fight racism and discrimination against our people, black people, we also have to be careful not to become the very thing that we are fighting against. You know, we cannot fight discrimination by discrimination, right? We cannot fight prejudice by being prejudiced. So anti-racism does not translate to anti-white. It doesn't mean we're going to hate every white person and stuff like that. So that's another thing. We don't want to end up, you know, fighting against this racism and begin to look like the aggressors ourselves. But anyway, you guys let me know what you think. Do you think it was racism, or do you think that brother was kind of like he was off? What do you guys think? And what do you guys think about, you know, situations where a person just terms it to be racism when it might not really be racism? And how can one really tell when something done by a palm-colored person towards them as a black person is racist, or when it's just, you know, regular unpleasant human interactions? I think we have to know where to draw the line. You guys let me know what you think about this situation. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.